The Joe Rogan Experience.
What do you think of 5G and all that scare? Do you think that's legit?
I'm terrified of all that shit.
Scary, huh?
Yeah, because
Dude.
how much long-term testing have they done? Zero or negative numbers? Are
Dude,
they
they're
paying
putting
people
up,
off?
They're putting them up. Is that what, when I'm driving around with my family, my wife is obsessed with recognizing plates. She's always calling out Florida, Oregon. Her and my son, they got a little game they play. They're always looking at the plates. I'm always looking at cell phone towers and satellite dishes. I'm always
paranoia.
Yeah. All satellite dishes point to the southeast for some reason or other, and that's what I always check.
All of them?
They don't point to the north. In Southern California,
But that's
that
just DirecTV satellite.
that's all satellites. All satellites.
But every satellite dish,
it's pointing
you mean
to the
for
south.
Consumer satellite
Every
dishes?
satellite dish that I've seen, I'm obsessed with them.
They're everywhere.
They're always they never point to the north. They're always
Right.
pointing southeast. All of them.
The great majority of satellite dishes that you see are probably like DirecTV or
No, yeah, for sure.
Dish.
Most of them, I've noticed all of them. But you go, it's crazy. I don't know why. But also those cell phone towers. I was on this website called smartmetersmurder.com.
Smart Meters Murder. Say that 10 times fast.
I was trying to remember it. Smartmetersmurder.com. Dude, you want to get your fucking head blown off? Go to that website and read the documents that they're pulling from different agencies, dude. Scary.
What are you talking about?
Scary.
That weed is kicking in, Sean.
You know what? You're gonna have to go check that shit
Okay.
out. But it's like on 5G. But back from their documents from government agencies
Right.
from 2001, July 2001. It's like this whole, I don't know how big, like 400-page plan for the world. It's a plan for the world. They're talking about
Who wrote this plan? The way you're holding that.
here.
While you do it, it is quite hilarious. It's the perfect, like if someone was talking about a conspiracy theory and they had a blunt and they were just like in the full bore conspiracy talk while they're holding the joint.
It's so scary, dude, that I don't even want to talk about it. Let's change the subject. You know, if you want to look into it, go to smartmetersmurder.com, smartmetersmurder.com, but it's scary, dude.
I
don't even want to talk about it.
I have read things where people are questioning the like whether or not 5G is going to be healthy, but I haven't seen anything that verifies it is or it isn't. I haven't seen anything that says I need to look into it, but just in what I'm worried all told is that I really think that Wi-Fi signals, all the various signals that surround us all the time, I think they have an effect on us, and I don't know what that effect is. I don't know if it's negative or positive. I don't know if it dulls the senses. It's entirely possible that it does something to dull the senses because it occupies an area. I mean, if we have the capability of recognizing the fact that there's these signals around us all the time, cellular signals, radio signals, satellite signals, we're surrounded constantly by signals. Are we absolutely sure that our body doesn't have the capacity to recognize those signals? Even though we don't have like a really clear method of taking those signals in and then translating them into visuals or into audio, but because we can't like take that Sirius satellite signal and then have like a player in our head. Because of that, we assume that we're not taking it in some way.
That's what this report is about. It's about.
But this is why I say this. This is why I say this. Because when I feel the least foggy is when I'm in the woods, when I'm in the mountains, when there's no cell phone service, there's no radio service, there's no Wi-Fi. There ain't shit up there.
It's weird how satellites don't work when someone's in the woods. But
no. Satellites do work. You could actually
but not
get
in
a
the
dish.
woods, though.
No, in the woods. You get a dish you put on the roof of your car. You could watch TV. That's a new thing that Steve Rinella
don't our phones work on satellites?
No.
Okay.
The phones work on cell towers,
Okay.
but the GPS works on satellites.
Okay.
So your phone still works as a GPS unit when you're in the woods, even if you don't have any signal.
So
you can find your way out with a map. If your phone was on.
You know, there's people that say the GPS is also run by the towers too. They don't need to go into space. That you could triangulate your position from towers alone, but that's
well,
just
you
a
probably
conspiracy
could triangulate your position from towers, but you couldn't broadcast to such a gigantic area like you can with satellites. You can see satellites. The people that think that satellites aren't real, they need to talk to somebody who makes satellites. They're there. You can see them with telescopes. They're up there. We have the ability to tune in to the very specific spot in the sky with a direct TV, and you'll pick up the signal. That's how you get the signal. You tune to the spot in the sky where the satellite is, and you pick up the signal. They're real. People have a problem with fucking everything that's ever existed. Everything. Everything's fake. Everything's fake. People think that reality's fake.
Most of it is.